Hi, part two. So, to recap, I've flown in from Luanda to Saurimo in a paper plane, and I've arrived at the airport, and no colleague is there to pick me up. So, this is part two. I put my glasses on, and I'll tell you the rest of the story. Thankfully, the man is friendly, and I speak up. He, of course, sees my gold t shirt and knows where the office is, and thankfully helps me. So, off I go. The trip isn't too long, and I have a feeling I will be seeing him again. I'm dropped off at the office, and it gets better. They were expecting a man, and they tell me so. They also were expecting someone who can speak Portuguese. I can't. What a start. I keep my cool, but inside I am crumbling really. Okay, it will get better. I know it. I get a tour of the office and the team. Well, I do only need a desk and a chair, right? It is basic. Large, cold rooms, no heating, creaky floors, cream walls with stains of God knows what, leaking water maybe, a basic, workable toilet. That is all I'm recording. It has a flush, at least, and a kitchen. Well, in name. Basic amenities, but running water. Not like I'll be drinking any of it. I meet the team too. Oh man. Not a great start, as I also think they were expecting an engineer. I'm a nutritionist. The team, an American, an Englishman, and a Zimbabwean, and now an Irish woman. That sounds like a joke, but it isn't. Apart from the Zimbabwean, I am potentially 30 years younger than the other two men, who both look like they like to wear shorts. Short shorts. Let me just write down this wonderful start. Not met at the airport. No luggage. No language. No lift to the office. I'm not a man. I'm not an engineer. And I'm younger by 30 years. This is going to be fun. I just know it. I do start to wonder if this is the office and they are happy to live so basic, what the heck does a house look like? I say it silent prayer. Jay is lovely and lively and tries his best to make me feel welcome. I use the initial of the names rather than the names, confidentiality. They aren't surprised my bag is delayed, as B offers me some of his clothes. Shirts that I know will be too big, but I need something before I can get to the local clothes market. I get myself sorted with my desk. I have an office at the front of the building, which from the outside looks like an old Western house in America with large rectangular windows. It has a cream fence all around the house and wooden shutters for the windows. I move my desk, so I'm looking out at the road and some local houses. Orange brick this time, with corrugated metal roofs. I do love to people watch, see local life in action. It is dry today, which is good, but it is stuffy, quite humid. So let's see how my body adjusts. I get stuck into reading. I am here to work, and I've had the weekend off. I work to 6-ish, a long day, but I don't dare leave before anyone else, as there seems to be a vibe of we don't stop working. I will get to know them, I'm sure. Head home, which is just literally around the corner. A short walk, and it is getting close to dusk, so that is good, as I'm not as obvious. I've been told there are no other female expats here. I'm the only one. The house is okay. Basic, and is above a wheat store. The way in is at the back up a set of metal gates. There's a lot of metal all around the concrete yard, just outside the back door, which we use to gain access. It has us boxed in, which is unnerving. There is an old plastic table and chairs out the back, which looks used often. I enter the long, narrow kitchen, which has all you need: a sink with running water, a fridge that's working, a gas stove, and some cupboards. There isn't much food in the house, as most of the food is bought daily, aside from the beers I see in the boxes of wine. It looks clean and is tidy. As I walk through the living room, there is a table and chairs, and then into the living room, which has a few large windows which look out onto the main street and market area. The sofa is brown and soft. There is a TV cabinet with an old-style square TV, but it only plays videos, so I am told. No live TV. I have a feeling I will be spending a lot of time in my bedroom. Down the dark corridor are the bedrooms and the bathroom. The bathroom is large, and there is a bath that has seen better days. A rusty shower head, which spurts out mostly cold water, so I'm told. And a sink and toilet that have also seen better days. The toilet flushes, which is great. A thing I do take for granted. There's a large standalone mirror leaning against the wall. This, I learn, hides things. My bedroom is at the end of the corridor, and it has a large double bed, a mosquito net, a given, as malaria is very common here, and a small bedside table. The bedroom window has wire across it too, and my view is of an old dilapidated building, an open waste ground. I have bare walls for my pictures, which I have with me, as they are too precious to put into my rucksack. They have been with me from the beginning. So I don't have much to unpack, and I decide to keep my toilet bag in my room. The floor is creaky and wooden, and the walls are cream yet again. Dee is cooking rice and beans tonight, so we all sit around the table and I get to know each other. And we get to know each other. And I hear too many when I was stories. When I was in Iraq, when I was in Bosnia, when I was in such and such. I smile respectively and watch B enjoy his cans of beer, and D his glasses of red wine. The food isn't too bad. I'm told we have limited access to herbs and spices, but there is a local shop close by and the local market across the street. Happens a few times a week. It is different, but okay. I'm not here for 6 months, thank God. I hear about an English nun who has lived here for over 20 years, so I plan a visit soon. Hit the head 9:30 p.m. with lights out. Head torch on. We have electricity, which is a bonus. I make sure and tuck my mosquito net into my bed, as B told me over dinner he had a rat once on his pillow when he woke up one morning. It had climbed up his bed frame, which is made from old pipes, just like my bed, and when he woke up, it was lying beside his head. He actually told me that story. I was very proud of it too. So, I wonder how I will sleep. I'm shattered and upset. I have held in all my tears all day since coming here, and I have a cry into my pillow, as I don't want the guys to hear me. What a start. It is just as well I have experience in Ethiopia and Afghanistan. If this was my first stint, I will be getting myself out of here in the next flight, which is every couple of days. Torch goes off, and I listen to the new noises and the noises outside. I think I hear scratching on the floor. I'm not sure. My room adjoins another one, and of course the adjoining door is locked, and my door is locked. The sound may be from there. I convince myself it is, and it isn't anything else. I drift off. The end. It continues on. My days turn into weeks. I'm there to do nutrition survey. The scratchings were real. I ended up learning that I lived with an American, an Englishman, a Zimbabwean, and rats and mice. A week after I arrived, that entry I just told you about, I just spoke through. I was sitting on the brown sofa in the living room one evening, and I saw this big black thing just run across the skirting board just beside the TV. And I thought, that can't be. Yep, it turned out to be our resident rat. The guys didn't want to tell me the day I arrived that there was a resident rat because they realized my entry and welcome wasn't the best. But it was. It was a rat. Or rats, I should say. So in the morning, when I used to waken up, I would slap my mattress and I would hear the scurrying of the mice and the rats run away. When I used to get up in the morning, I would open my door very, very sharply and I would see them running down the dark corridor away. In the bathroom, same thing. I opened the door and they would run behind the mirror. And that was just a constant. We lived above a wheat store, and where there's wheat, there are vermin. So yeah, it was an interesting time. I hope you enjoyed that story. The next one will be coming out soon. Bye for now. Thanks for listening.